Forex market portfolio breakdown. That's what we got for you guys today on this video. We have 4 active positions, and let's go over those and break them down. You probably, I'm sure you remember the dollar Swiss franc situation. We just talked about this one yesterday. But yeah, I felt it was a good timing to talk about the situation here, give you a bit of an update. We decided to take out one leg, take out one trade. We had 4 trades going for us here, and it was time, I felt it was time to drop the earliest trade, the first one that had the most profit on it. And we're back down to 3 trades right now. But we're still hoping to squeeze in one more around the levels of 90.30. Once it gets there and starts to cross that 90.30 level, we're probably going to throw in that trade that we just took out and continue with those 4 all the way to the target and just keep it intact pretty much. But yeah, there was a lot of profit on that first trade, and after seeing yesterday price action was kind of starting to bend over a little bit, I thought it was a good idea to go and secure quite a bit of profit on that first trade, right? So there you go. That's the dollar Swiss franc. Closing in on target, by the way, just 70 pip to go. Pound versus the US dollar. You know this one as well. We've been here for quite a while. And similarly to the situation with the dollar Swiss franc, we also took some profit off the table here as well. We had 4 trades going for us after yesterday ended up negatively, and right off the bat yesterday we threw in the 4th trade, but today you can see price action is coming up. So, you know, my concern is a technical correction. So obviously I felt like it was good timing to take out the first and highest trade that we had here. Also registered a nice profit on it. So yeah, securing profit at this point I feel is high priority. So that's what we did. Closed our first trade out, and we're still having 3 trades in. Once price action comes back on the downside again, we will consider throwing in that 4th trade again, right? So that's the case with the pound versus US dollar, pretty similar to the dollar Swiss franc. Only the difference here, we still have a long way to go to the target. It's not 70 pip here, it's more like 270 pip. So that's the difference between these two. Third position we have in the market, I actually like this one a lot from a technical standpoint at least, right? It's the Aussie Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar, where here I wanna you know, put your attention, on the key level resistance of 110.43 right here, that purple key level. I'm gonna zoom in, 110.43.7 if you want to be precise. And here, guys, we saw price action trying to break through that level 3 consecutive times back to back. Right, a couple of weeks ago was the first touchdown, price action backed off, and then it had more of a serious attempt to cross over last week, went even higher. Highest high was 110.83, so 40 pip over that 110.43 key level. But just before the end of the week, magically it pulled back and closed right on top of that level, exactly 110.43. I think that speaks volume about the direction of the next move, because even this week it started off hammering, and I thought it was gonna, to be honest, I thought it was gonna break out. But then again, strong pullback, and now it's even turning negative. Right, so that's a strong case for a downside reversal, at least on a local scale, potentially on a larger scale. But whereas now our focus is locally, right? Because we see price can keep that movement going, turning around and landing at 109.83. right? It's not a big move, 109.83. We got 2 trades in, both of them addressed to that 109.83 level, but it's not the end of it, right? Because like I said, and I was hinting here, I think it's going to go medium-term cycle is going to start taking over and will drive the Aussie-Nosy much lower. Because when we look at the big picture situation, we see a lot of downside potential, right? Price action is trading sideways ever since early December 2022. So we're talking about 2 full years when it's been trendless, just back and forth in a pretty wide range. Now it's coming off the top, right? It's been playing around with the top area, sending vicious spikes, taking the previous ones, right? Even last month, I mean, again, this is the monthly chart, right? But even last month, it went beyond, far and beyond with that big spike, taking all of the previous highs. And I'm talking about the range, of course, right? Since I'm talking about this 2-year period of trading range. To snatch those with that vicious spike, that tells me that a downside reversal is highly probable. Highly probable at this point. I'm talking about long-term perspective, at least medium to long-term perspective, where pricing is going to basically produce another leg back towards the lower section of that range. I'm talking about the level of 106.15. So that represents more than 400 pip of potential move in the pipeline, right? But again, in integrating both short-term cycle and long-term cycle, it's always a challenge. But it's a very good case where when both of these cycles are aligned, and that's what we have here on the Aussie-Nosy. But we have to keep our eyes on the ball and, you know, think about what's imminent, and that's definitely the short-term cycle, which is why 109.83 for now is our primary target. All right. Last but not least, our 4th position. This is the latest one, the newest one, established, I believe, 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. It's the silver. Now, we've had tons of success with the silver coming off the top here, 31.95, and taking it all the way to 29.5, right? There was a beautiful short position, lasted only, I think it was like 5 days or something like that. And once we hit that 29.5, we got out. And then we took the back seat for a couple of days. And then we saw price action turning around right off the bottom. And the bottom in this case, it's actually 29.22. And take a look how much respect silver was paying to the 29.22 and also the 29.50. They're pretty close, right? Pulling back on the weekly session and now sitting right on these levels, especially now it just sits on that 29.50. So I feel like there's a tipping point potentially starting to form here, and a tipping point obviously would lead to an upside reversal and a move back up to pretty much where it came from. On a short-term perspective, we're talking about the level of 31.08, which is where our take profit order is situated. So yeah, but today right off the bat, price action is on the back foot. But again, it's kind of testing that 29.50 again, right? And you can see the pullback. That's just happening right now as we speak. So again, I have no reason to doubt my bullish conviction on the silver, at least not at this point. So, which is why our position is still running. But also I have to say, it's a small position. It's just one trade, right? Because we just started. We're just testing the water, so to speak. So if price action is going to get that rejection that seems to be getting right now from that 29.50, and it will start to pull back up again, that's where we get that confidence to start doubling up and get more aggressive, increase our position size, and so forth. All right, guys, these are the 4 positions we have in the market right now. Forex market portfolio breakdown. Hope you enjoyed that video. Wishing you a nice weekend. We're going to be back on Monday, same time, same place. Take care.